All right, this is Dan again. I'm about to go through and show you the rest of what I've been doing. And this is what I call Trail 3, and right here's the edge of my hayfield that I planted this just a few weeks ago, and the grass or hay is coming up really good. So I'm going to go through this trail, and this ends up at where trail number 2 starts, 1 and 2. And what I'm going to do is we have a bunch of other trails inside the property, but I might show some of those later. But this here is going alongside the highway. I'm heading west, and I cleared some of this area. There's a bunch of stuff here, trees and stuff I had to clear out. This part here, all I had to do was mow this because I cleared it last year. It's full of, at one point it was completely full of invasive plants, and we got most of it cleared out. My son helped with his skid loader with a big grapple on it, and got that done several years ago. And I've been clearing. Now I got started in the woods. I've been wanting to do that, but it's a fairly long trail, and I think we're going to make use of it. Here's an example of a catalpa tree. The leaves are extremely large, and they're kind of weak trees. I think they're native. And there's some vine honeysuckle, and that stuff will just crawl over everything if it can get a hold of it anyway. So right in here we have a bunch of cherry trees. I wish there was more walnuts. Trying to drive with one hand, I'm not used to it, so I'm jerking around a little bit here. But back there was a food plot my son-in-law had planted several years ago, but we're going to move it here. And that's part of a trail that goes through there. And this I got cleared probably 40 feet wide. But eventually that part will probably grow up a little bit on the right to give the wildlife more privacy from the highway. Here and there I made some piles of debris. It's a little hard to see, but it's pretty big pile there. So if you want anything done like this, just give me a call, 574-238-0296. I'll try to help you out. A lot of this dirt here, there was areas where the ground was pretty tall, like piled up, and I didn't make it super smooth, but I tried to kind of smooth out some of the hills and the valleys and stuff. And so as I go through here, kind of show you what it looks like. Right over there on the right is pretty much what it looked like. It was impenetrable, and on the left too. Someday I might clean that out, but as of now I'm not. I'm going to leave it, and maybe we'll just. This has never been open since we bought the property here about 5 years ago. So. And before that, it must have been growing up for many, many years. Here's an area that had a big pile of dirt. I just leveled it out and kind of fill in some holes around here. So I enjoyed being back in the woods and doing stuff. I've always enjoyed that, planting trees and being around trees and just like the calmness of nature, being back in the woods and stuff, camping, and which we haven't been doing a lot of that lately, but anyway, I'll try to move this bucket out of the way a little bit. You can hear over the noise of the engine here, but I think it'll probably be okay. There's more of an open area. This had a lot of down trees, and it's a little bit hard to see, but I spent quite a bit of time around here, and this coming up to the south end of my property here, and as you can see, it's almost a solid wall of debris and all kinds of stuff, but the neighbors have cleared out their area, and there it's a little hard to see it. They've got a shooting range over there, I believe. I've never heard them shoot, but we're not back here all the time either, so I've met them. They're nice people, and so I just like being good neighbors with everybody as much as possible. Sometimes you get neighbors that aren't the best neighbors, or at least or you get in some kind of dispute, but it's best to try to get along with everybody. So now I'm heading east, and I made a video earlier of the trail that goes all the way out to the road. And that one there, this is I don't know, I didn't measure it, but it's quite a distance. This was just completely overgrown, and it looks drastically different than it did before, and I think we're going to really enjoy this, to be able to walk back through the woods around the perimeter of the property. And we've got lots of trails on the inside too, and but we have to you have to continuously stay on them. If you don't, they get overgrown pretty fast. Here's some more down trees that I pushed in there. Some were in there, and I just kind of cut up the logs and push them off to the side, lift them off to the side as I went through here. There's the part of a trail that we've had for a while. It kind of goes around the corner there and goes back through there. And I believe the deer will actually be coming through here a lot more now that there's a way for them to get in here. Before it was just completely overgrown, and I'm sure they got in here and they were here, but now it's more like a highway for them, I believe. And so hopefully we'll attract more deer. I like wildlife. I don't haven't hunted for many years, but I still I just enjoy being out in the woods, and I don't mind if people hunt deer for food. I think it's a great resource, and definitely worth doing if somebody enjoys that type of stuff. And but right now I'm coming up to the end of this trail 3, and this to the right, that one heads on out to the road, and that's trail number 2, and this coming up here to both trails is trail number 1, is what I'm calling them. and I've tried to kind of grade this out and make it a little more better for the, I don't know, I was afraid we'd puncture some tires if I left all the debris and stuff on the trail here. This was fully overgrown when I started several weeks ago, and I haven't been working on it all the time, just now and again. I'm glad that I'm pretty much done for now, because I got some other projects I got to do. And so, yeah, I'm coming out to the end of the field here, then I'll take a shot, pan across the field where we started. And it's, I'm going pretty slow, but I think it'll kind of show you the progress, and I really enjoy it. I don't know if people enjoy this, but I've enjoyed watching videos of people clearing forests and making land more useful, and so that's kind of what I'm after. And I would think, okay, so over there in front of me is the where I started. That's I don't know, quite a distance over there. Pulling it in, and this is the hay field here. And so now I'm going to be heading up to the truck. I got a little trail along the edge here, and I'll just speed up a little bit. Hopefully I don't throw myself off of here. Like I said, this ground is kind of soft, so I won't get stuck with this thing, but I wouldn't want to bring a real heavy tractor on here right now. But anything with track, this thing doesn't have tracks, but it's light enough I can kind of float over it. And it's been raining really a lot lately, so once the rain stops, it'll definitely be it'll be harder and easier to get through. So I just saw some rabbits running around, scared them out. Grass along here is, I'm standing on my skid loader, and it's still taller than me. It must be close to 7 feet tall or more, and almost impossible to mow once it gets that tall. Over here on the left, some of that grass I'm sure is still in there, but I worked the ground and tilled it and planted some hay in there, so hopefully we can keep that under control. So I'm coming up here across the ditch here. Got a nice little ditch here that drains the marsh over there, and it goes out across the road into a culvert that goes underneath the road. So I wish they would clean it out. It's halfway full of debris and stuff, but I don't know if I can get the county to do that or not. If they would, I would have less water back here in the swamp. So right now I'm coming up to the truck, and I'm going to stop here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you.